The relevance of hearing aid solutions. Let's talk about it with Marco Casale, EMEA Marketing Director for Amplifon. Hi, how are you doing today? Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Matteo. Very good. You?
So, Marco, before jumping into the interview, let me ask you your elevator pitch for Amplifon.
Well, the elevator pitch is right easy. I would say because Amplifon is a global leader in hearing care. It's a multinational company. It operates in 28 countries with 11,000 point of Amplifon centers, I would say, and it is listed in the Italian stock exchange. But what is, I think, more important and more surprising, I would say, is the fact that it's, I would say, a startup with 70 years history. That's how I would phrase it. And the history is rather nice. It's rather nice because there was this English soldier that actually genuinely wanted to help people recovering and rediscovering the emotions of sounds after the bombs of the Second World War. So actually he got started applying this. He was also a mechanical engineer actually. And as a matter of fact, he started in Italy because he fell in love with an Italian woman. So that's the beautiful story of Amplifon, starting back in 1950. And from that time onwards, it has been an incredible path. Well, probably the element, the continuity element is relentless innovation.
And that's really interesting. And aside from the fact that this is a confirmation that we are the country of love, but Amplifon has a really peculiar positioning between, is exactly at the cross point, I would say, between the healthcare market and the retail market. How do you see this type of position?
Well, actually, this is exactly, I would say, the two essences of our business model and our industry. As a matter of fact, we have a big fortune, which is we have our people in the point of sale, in the shops, who blends the professional expertise, because they hold degrees, they are healthcare professionals, with a very genuine customer devotion, let's say. So they balance out pretty much their scientific background with all the human touch which is needed to serve people, which in most cases are also somehow vulnerable people, looking for an important step in their lives. So the combination of these two, retail but healthcare services, is really peculiar of our industry and few others. And I would also add another element, which is technology. So Amplifon is on a journey to be a tech company, operating with a retail network, providing healthcare services.
So let me ask you another question that is coming for sure because I'm fundamentally ignorant. When I think about the market of hearing aid, I immediately think about elderly people, which is a fair comment, but I don't think that's the case. I think that there is a number of other customers than elderly people that you may have. Can you elaborate on this?
Absolutely. I would say that hearing loss can happen for different reasons in different stages of our lives. But for sure, there is a strong, I would say, component of our customers who are people aged over 65, and that's physiological because the hearing cells tend to deteriorate over time, as it happens to our sight, for instance. So of course there is a strong let's say link with more elderly people. These are still the majority of our customers, but we do serve a lot of kids, for instance, and it's pretty common to be you know, in need for solutions when you are born like this, or where you have accident of any kind. And of course, there are a series of other customers distributed along most of the ages.
I see. And how does it feel to do a job that basically help other people?
That's really, really rewarding. I have to say that it is one of the beauty of working in an industry like this. You feel privileged. Personally, I feel privileged in two instances. As a manager, because I'm in a company who makes out of growth and out of curiosity and out of innovation its DNA. But also because my managerial skills are at the service of a very noble and purposeful industry. So really let people rediscover all the emotions of sounds is at the heart of our of what we do. And at some point in time, when you might feel, you know, one of these days where everyone feels a bit like, a bit down, you have it, you raise your head, you have it on the wall, and all of a sudden it's full of, you know, nice stories that comes from thousands and thousands of people we serve every day across the globe, which really reconnect you with, you know, with what you do.
Do you have one of these stories that you particularly care about because you liked it in a particular way?
Well, there are many, but I can, for instance, remember when I was actually on the stage of a convention, of a national convention in Germany, and for the first time we decided to invite actually three consumers of our products, and even in a country like Germany, when there was an old lady together with her buddy, in a way, with her advisor and audiologist who has been serving her so intentionally over time, she was speechless, meaning she was there and she was simply telling the first time she could experience back certain sounds, the voice of her daughter again, and she was crying and she was transmitting this joy so tremendously in the venue that everyone at the end was really emotionally moved. But I mean, like her, there are, I mean, every day thousands and thousands of people who are really stopping, closing their eyes, and, you know, feeling and hearing the world again, which is absolutely fantastic. And we also have, we also gave voice to that in our copies, in our commercials. With a platform which really puts the consumers and the voice of customers at the heart, and they are speaking their emotions and how much they are now enjoying things that they could not do in the recent past before moving into this path and these solutions again.
And you mentioned that all these customers come from all over the world. So my question is, what's Amplifon position worldwide, and what are the how can I say, the assets that allowed Amplifon to succeed in this market?
Luckily so, we are a global leader. Actually, we are a global leader in the industry. And if I need to mention the asset, I need to get back to probably the values of our founder, which is this relentless curiosity and this seek for innovation, which led us to be pretty much open. So we are a proudly Italian rooted company. At all effects, we are an Italian company listed on the Italian Stock Exchange with a pretty important, I would say, Italian footprint also in terms of management, people, direction, and so on and so forth, but operating multinationally. And our asset, I would say, is our people. So we built a network with people around the world who are really close to the need of customers, and we are really customer centric. And I think also this kind of spirit of innovating constantly led us to really enjoy this position, and on one side be, in a way, I don't want to feel or sound arrogant, but to grow above market industry. So in terms of organic growth, we have been proving our business model over years to constantly beat the industry average. And on the other side, we have been significantly looking for acquisitions over the past years, which led us to significantly grow over the course of the last decades, which are the assets for the global expansion of Amplifon. And I would say, I would go back to our DNA and the DNA of our founder, which is relentlessly looking for innovation. We have been pretty pioneers in growing not only for our business model, so being a pure retailer, meaning close to the needs of the people, but also we enjoyed and we intentionally went for acquisitions. So over the last years, we have been growing ahead of market average. And on top of that, of course, consolidating a significant leadership in the industry, also thanks to innovation, to acquisitions.
You said that you are often overperforming the market. So my logic question is, how is the market performing? Is your market growing, stable, or decreasing?
We are privileged because we are seated on an industry which is growing, and is growing because there are secular growth drivers underneath. So clearly, the population is aging. The population and I would say the intention of people to be more attentive toward healthcare in general, and wanting to live their life not only longer but healthier for longer. And of course also in a way the stigma which is behind the category, you are impaired because you wear hearing aid, oh my God. This is something which is neutralizing over time, and of course we are also providing and feeding this trend of destigmatizing the category through technology. So technology is helping because it's giving those little microcomputers in a way that you put either in the ear or rightly behind the ear, first of all, they are more and more discreet. So they are really, there is a miniaturization going on in the market. Plus they are connectable. Now with Bluetooth, you open the world to a series of features that you can do, which are amazing. And let me quote what we did over here, because we developed an entire ecosystem, which we called AP, which stands for the Amplifon Product Experience, which basically it's the best of breed technology in terms of hardware, but where we make the difference is the services which are provided through an application. So basically, through this application, you are owner of a series of things you can do. You can adjust your hearing, you can have your statistics, you can have a companion, you can have a remote dialogue with your preferred audiologist, and I mean, it's limitless what you can do and what we can do in the near future with a pure spirit of serving our customers at best. So of course, always being connected with them.
Marco, let me thank you very much for your time with us today, and let me wrap up what we just said. Today, thanks to Marco, we learned that number one, matching purpose with business is a delight that every company should have in their own mission. Number two, service is becoming more and more the core for both companies and customers. Number three, the market of hearing aid is growing because people are increasing their awareness. This means that there is room for more services and innovations. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button down here and subscribe our channel in order to see more videos like this. Thanks to the Danubius Hotel in Regent's Park London for hosting us, and see you soon on Italians. Cheers and ciao!